Hello and welcome to another episode of Talking Naughty with Capt Frank. So today's topic is going to be stainless steel hardware, bolts, nuts, hose clamps, and stuff like that. And the reason I'm talking about stainless steel is I had a text from one of my YouTube channel viewers, and he was commenting on one of my 60-second survey videos. And that video showed a stainless steel exhaust fitting at a transom that was corroded badly and rusting. And he said, you know what? I thought that stainless steel wasn't something that rusted. Can you explain it to me a little bit? So I gave him a little, Cliff Notes version about stainless steel. And I thought about it. And I said, you know what? Stainless steel, that's a good topic. A lot of people, they know what stainless steel is, but they don't really know what it is or the properties with it. They think stainless steel never corrodes. I can assure you it does. So what we're going to do today is basically Capt Frank's Stainless Steel 101 class. But before we get into it, please, if you like this video, find it useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with all your friends and all the people you hate too. So let's just get right into it. The topic again, when stainless steel isn't. All that glitters is not gold is sage advice for many things in life, but it rings especially true for stainless steel hardware. As a marine surveyor, I see plenty of stainless steel hardware failures, some due to the use of poor quality stainless steel, others due to poor installation practices or lack of maintenance. But what exactly is marine grade stainless steel, and why does even the good stuff occasionally fail and corrode? Let's take a look at why stainless steel sometimes isn't. So in general, stainless steel lives up to its name, assuming that the correct grade or series is chosen for the job at hand and that it's installed and maintained correctly. Most of the stainless steel that you see at a hardware store or at a typical chandlery will be from the 300 series, the various types of which are suitable for a wide array of marine applications. Type 304 is a good basic multi-purpose type stainless steel. Add a bit more nickel content and molybdenum to the mix, and you get types 316 and 316L, both of which have improved resistance to corrosion. Type 316L features a lower carbon content to prevent carbon precipitation and intergranular corrosion when welded. In other words, this is where when you weld a fitting together, stainless steel together, it prevents the corrosion and stuff around this weld, the bead where the weld is. For our discussion here, let's assume that the word stainless steel refers to any grade of 300 series mentioned above. From a boat owner's perspective, they all have one big thing in common: a self-generated protective coating that helps prevent corrosion. The chromium used in stainless steel combines with oxygen to form an invisible layer of chromium oxide, which protects and prevents corrosion from penetrating into the stainless. This inert film is self-repairing as long as sufficient oxygen is present. Stainless steel is much more prone to corrosion when installed in an anaerobic or no oxygen environment. A perfect example of this would be failure of a sailboat's stainless steel chain plates at the point where it transitions the deck. Such failures can occur despite the chain plate looking pristine above and below the deck penetration. Assuming that the correct grade of stainless steel is used, boat owners can help prevent corrosion and failure by ensuring that the hardware is installed correctly and properly maintained. To better understand why installation and maintenance is important, a better knowledge of basic boat construction is helpful. So we're going to go over just a Cliff Notes version of boat construction, the types of it. The horizontal surfaces of most boats, the decks, cabin tops, cockpit decks, etc., are of cord construction. Cord construction just means something is sandwiched between two layers of fiberglass. This can be plywood, it can be ingrain balsa, some type of foam. It just depends what they use. This type of construction is typically used for the transom of power boats as well. Due to the I-beam effect, cord construction produces a structure that is stronger and lighter than a similar panel of solid fiberglass, with greater acoustic and thermal properties as well. One downside is that any penetration into this cord construction or this cord panel can allow moisture to enter if it's not properly sealed during installation, or if the caulking used to seal the hardware fails. Unless the coring is isolated or sealed against moisture, the coring absorbs this moisture, resting like a wet sponge against the hardware. That's when it gets ugly. Over time, the oxygen in the water is depleted and the protective chromium oxide film on your stainless steel breaks down unable to renew itself. At this point, the iron in the stainless steel starts to corrode, resulting in expansion and the running rust stains, indicative of hardware in trouble and in need of immediate attention. What's a boat owner to do? Well, deck hardware, to include transom-mounted stainless, should be pulled and rebedded, which bedding means caulking. So it should be pulled and rebedded periodically to prevent leaks. I see this all the time as a marine surveyor. Let me tell you something. Caulking for fittings and stuff, after about 7 to 10 years, it doesn't owe you a thing. So as part of your boat's overall maintenance plan, you should include a schedule of pulling and rebedding, all your deck fittings, your, cleats, stanchion, your windlass, whatever, anything that penetrates into a core portion of the boat should be pulled and rebedded probably about every 7 to 10 years. Do people do it? No, they don't, because it's a pain. And unlike a new bimini or something that you work and put on, you can't step back from the boat after you completed the project and see that you've done anything, right? But let me tell you, from a maintenance standpoint, you are saving the life of your boat by pulling and rebedding this hardware. Along those lines, another thing to remember is that, and I see this all the time, goop and sealant around the outside edges of a leaky chain plate or a stanchion or whatever, or any other piece of deck hardware, in efforts to keep water from flowing into it. It's like throwing sawdust against a waterfall, man. You're not doing any good at all. So what you got to do is, the proper way is to pull this thing out, clean it, inspect it, and then rebed it, the whole thing with fresh or new marine grade caulking. This also gives you an opportunity, when you remove this hardware, to check the coring and see if there's any issues with it, any moisture intrusion or rot or delamination. So let's talk a little bit about common types of stainless steel corrosion. First up is crevice corrosion. This is a problem with stainless steel fittings used in seawater applications where chlorides pit the passivated surface and low pH saltwater attacks the exposed metals. In other words, you get pit and now the saltwater attacks the metal. Lacking the oxygen to repassivate, say that 3 times fast, the corrosion continues. As indicated by its name, this corrosion is most common in oxygen-restricted crevices, such as underneath the bolt head. Pitting. Stainless steel that has a protective coating penetrated in a small spot becomes anodic, and while the coated part remains cathodic, this results in a pit-type corrosion. Galvanic corrosion. We've all heard of this. I'm sure most of you boaters have, and you hear it around the docks. Galvanic corrosion. The Cliff Notes version of what galvanic corrosion is immersing 2 dissimilar metals in an electrolyte solution, such as seawater, and connecting them produces an electrical current. This current flows from the anodic metal and towards the cathodic metal, and in the process it slowly removes material from the anodic metal. Intergranular corrosion. Stainless steel contains a small amount of carbon. When exposed to extremely high temperatures, such as when you're welding a stainless steel fitting, the carbon forces local chrome to form chromium carbide about it, starving the adjacent areas of the chrome, which it needs for corrosion protection. To avoid this, choose low carbon stainless such as 304L or 316L when welding. Final thoughts. Be alert when you're buying your stainless steel. Nuts, bolts, clamps, fastenings, and other such hardware are available from a seemingly endless number of vendors, both brick and mortar chambering stores as well as online. Some are more reputable than others, so don't let the Serenian call of low pricing alone guide your purchase. Always verify the grade of stainless steel that you're buying, and if you're purchasing it locally, you can trust but verify by always carrying a small magnet when you go shopping. 300 series stainless should be non-magnetic or nearly so. When testing your stainless steel hose clamps, be sure to test the screw as well. Many cheap stainless steel clamps use a plated steel screw, which can fail rapidly in the marine environment. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, again, please don't forget to like and subscribe and share. And also check out some of the other stuff we got going on my YouTube channel. I've got podcasts. I've got my online store where I have, items that I'm adding daily. You can get my nautical trivia book. Just happen to have a copy right here. And I've also got hats, just like old Capt Frank wears, sun hats. Got a lot of good stuff going on there. So please check it out. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if so, and you want to buy Capt Frank a cup of coffee, please click on the thanks button below this video. All tips received, not spent on coffee, will be used to improve my YouTube channel and create even more awesome videos.